Hi everyone. I don't share lots of wedding photography on the channel, but this wedding seemed different. It was a true little photography adventure and a sign of the times as well. So I wanted to say a few words to document the day beyond the pictures themselves. Things have been quite different recently, and mostly not in a good way. Most but not all of my weddings were postponed this year. Across the country and the world, people have been holding back from going out, holding back hugs and celebrations. There's been little fear and uncertainty brought into many of our lives. I believe Sabine and Scott had their original wedding date disrupted too, but it was my best luck as it meant that I got to spend the day with them. On the wedding day, I got an early train into London and soon stepped out into the morning heat of the city. I spent a couple of hours checking out nearby parks and gardens for possible locations for pictures, always wondering what the light and the heat would be like in just a few hours' time. Their plan was to marry at Islington Town Hall at midday. Then the rest of the day was mostly free for wandering and taking pictures. When I met them outside the hall, Scott was holding a climate-defying velvet jacket by his side, wisely choosing not to put it on until the last minute. We took a few pictures outside the hall before their two guests arrived. Because of restrictions on the number of people allowed in wedding ceremonies, I wasn't allowed in myself. However, before they went in, I gave them a quick crash course on using my Fuji X-T3. I had set up a timer that would take a picture every 7 seconds. Actually, it was taking 3 different exposures each time, just to be on the safe side. Fortunately, both of them know their way around a camera very well. They framed perfectly, locked focus, and were all set. These are of course their pictures, but I'm going to share them anyway. Of course it felt strange and unsettling to send a couple into the ceremony with my camera while I remained outside. I do hope this was just a weird blip in how we do things, and not a sign of things to come. When you're at a traditional wedding venue such as a hotel, the grounds usually provide plenty of settings for pictures, but they also provide a degree of limitation too. Our venue was quite simply London. The city felt like ours for the day, and the possibilities seemed unbounded, unless of course you were hoping for grey skies and rain, in which case you'd be right out of luck. This was an unusually scorching day in the capital. Sabine and Scott were keen to avoid the more cliched London scenes, so we didn't race to the palace, and that couldn't have suited me better. I just wanted to take pictures of them on their wedding day, and felt confident that London, with all its character, would find its way into the pictures without us trying to think too much about it. The rest of the day is likely told by the preceding photos that you've already seen. We walked to a few nice locations and had so much fun taking pictures, some serious, some not so much. We took shelter from the sun at a nice pub after a few hours, and ended the evening having cocktails at Duke's Bar in Mayfair. It was a beautiful day, and I've never known so many cars to beep their horns or passers-by to call out their congratulations as we wandered around the city. With weddings only recently allowed to take place in England, I think people saw a glimpse of normality in something that at that moment was beautifully unusual. So as always, thank you for watching, for subscribing and checking out my Instagram below. I hope you're all well. See you soon.